stop being a victim.
Yeah.
I was gonna stop feeling sorry for myself. Oh, I screwed up my life. I started drinking at a young age, and all the missed opportunities and everything I've done, all the people I've hurt, and my mind keep telling me, you know, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. You lost your chance.
Yeah.
The chance is over. But all that's a lie, man. All that's a lie. As far as I'm concerned, is a lie from the devil.
Absolutely,
That's how I view it, because, you know, just what I believe, that the devil is lying to you. He's telling you crap so that you'll stay right where you are.
Yeah, bro.
And because he knows that there's a light in you. There's a light in me and you and everybody out there, that you can change other people's lives.
You can.
You can have an effect on the people in your life, a positive change. People will see, like, man, I knew Drew. I knew Drew before he had his barbershop. I knew that guy.
Yeah.
And then they see you different, and then they might think to themselves, well, why not me?
Yeah, dude.
Why can't I have
We
that?
came from the same cloth, man, and that's another thing why I push for it so much, is because like in my area, like, there's not too many other homies that are sober, you know, or not too many other folks that chose sobriety. And there's more of my folks that drink, you know. There's a reason why, you know, some of my close friends that I grew up with, that I don't really hang out with no more, and I love them to death, dude. But I even tell my kids, there's a reason why certain people don't come to the house. There's a reason why I don't allow myself to be around certain people, because it's not fair for my kids to see that. So they can see that who my friends are. No, man, I'd rather them see where my attention is directed. So
yeah, I mean, you can't elevate yourself if you're anchored by your old friends who will not change.
Yeah, man.
If they're not changing with you, you have to leave them behind.
Yeah.
It's not to say you don't love them anymore or care about them anymore, but they can no longer be in your inner circle.
Yeah.
You got to kick those people out, and I know it sucks.
No,
but that's what's up.
That's the truth, bro, and that's where doing that's where I landed to this whole barbershop by myself, man, because pretty much cut out everything, dude, and was left by myself. So I knew that it was a new circle, and pretty much a whole new world that I had to create over here in La Mirada now, where my home is way over here, but I knew going back home was only going to take me back to square one. So,
yeah,
you know, like I said, I started in 2006, and it was all off of I seen a homie fresh in school, and I said, "Where'd you get your haircut?" I said, "Oh, my homie Ricardo, man. That's the guy who started us all up, man."
Is that right?
In high school, man. He's doing great, man. He's in the Navy now, and
is that right?
Still cutting hair. Yeah, he's doing
Go
great.
Navy.
Yeah, bro,
I got a son in the Navy right now.
He's doing his thing, man. I'm so happy for him. And yeah, it was like 6 of us or something, man. And we all started cutting hair together. It was a thing, man. And we would cut up our hair before we go to a party. And yeah, from that point on, I never let it go, you know, and landed into a shop. And from there, met the owner of the chop shop. And then now I'm here. And Rusty Razor came about, but it was that part where in order for me to not stay where I plateaued, you know, you had to go to another adventure and journey something else, you know, that you might not even be familiar with at all. Like, it was a culture shock, like I said. Like, I'm used to diversity. I'm used to cutting everything or not having to filter things, you know, in certain ways. But see, filtering can bring you a lot of fortune if you know how to do it right. Like, I can't have like I grew up around like a certain way in Paramount, you know, or being okay with certain things, but I can't be cutting your hair with my hand smelling like a blunt, or I can't have things on the TV where I got chicks shaking their butts, you know, I got a little dude in here.
It's limiting
you know?
you, man.
So filter has to come in. And that's where I felt, for me, I just had to filter out a lot of things that weren't necessary for something that you're trying to build for people. And I'm all about people, man.
It's got to be.
Very big-hearted about people. I hate to see people down. I'm all about one, man. Like, it's everything to me. So being in a barbershop was the spot for me. Like, as a kid growing up, you want to know that. Like, I had a couple kids come in today, like, "Hey, I'm just going to hang out in here. It's hot outside." "Yeah, I mean, you'll hang out inside."
That's cool.
You want a lollipop or something? You want some water or something? Right. Hang out in here. Don't worry. Let your dad know you're here. You want to use a phone? Go for it. But I have the control to be able to provide a safe spot for any youngster that feels that there needs to be something for them that makes them feel wanted out there. And that was always like my dream, man, as a kid. Like I want to go hang out at a barbershop where everybody's doing cool and keeping me away from the streets, you know. So this is my give back to the community to try to help and provide a spot for these youngsters, man. And if any time when they're in the shop, I make them feel welcome too, not feel like, oh, you're young, I'm not going to talk to you because you're young.
Yeah.
You don't
I
know
think
anything.
you hit it on the nail too. You know, when you're doing something like that, like starting a barbershop or starting a podcast or whatever it is you're doing, if you make it about the other people and not about yourself, I think that's where people find success. I'm still finding out for myself, but I know plenty of successful people who have said, you know, if you make it about the other people, that you'll have a lot of success. I mean, I forget who it was who said, and it's not my quote, but they said, when you find yourself, when you lose yourself in the service of others.
Damn.
You know, like when you make it about other people.
Yeah.
And that's key. I think you got it right.
Absolutely.
Like
dude.
your mentality on it.
Because I feel, you know, it's a rough world, man. And in a barbershop, everybody visits a shop, and you have a perfect platform to provide for people to see, you know, if they ever feel trouble. Dude, there's times where there's kids that are walking from the back of our shop. We'll be in the back of the shop. Like, for instance, there was a fight the other day. Some youngsters, they were doing their thing, but you see, it's they don't have a spot to go, kind of thing, where they feel like they got to be in the streets. And I get it too, man. Like that's where we were at until I landed in a barbershop, and I'm thankful that the owner showed me love, man. So I'm like that with that, dude. I go to school, like my son's school. I went over there and spoke for Career Day. That was pretty cool, man.
Oh yeah, that's
that
cool.
was really cool because
Yeah.
it was from federal agents, cops, and
Is that right?
jiu-jitsu, and I was like, I'm a barber.
Yeah.
But it was really cool because the kids, I'm like, who's ever cut their hair before? And they're all involved, dude. And then some of them like, hey, I seen you at the barbershop, and another one's like, are you Jax's dad? So it's like really, like I see them on the baseball field, the football field, and I'm one to, like I said, I communicate. Like I'm not just in the shop, turn it on in the shop and then turn it off when you leave. I carry the shop everywhere I go.
It takes a lot more to be successful to be a barber, I think, than it would be like to be a cop. Like, I mean, you do have to interact with people as a police officer, but as a barber, like you gotta like build rapport.
Yeah.
As a cop, you don't have to build rapport.
And not only that, like, I mean, we're not gonna get paid by the hour either.
Right.
So
yeah,
you have to develop this way of consistent income, and that comes with consistent work ethic.
Right.
And so from me, that was, the work doesn't end. Just because I'm done cutting hair, it doesn't mean that's just the main part of why they're paying you. But you see, the rest of your income comes from how you handle yourself away from the chair. How you communicate with these barbers, or how you communicate with customers, how you communicate in front of each other, not making things awkward. Or sometimes when I go out to this, say like the store or the kids' games or whatever, I see clients, I see people. Hey, what's up? I start chopping it up, dude. Even like, dude, when I go next door to Stater Brothers by Tillis, dude, like a couple of my customers work there, so it's a really great thing for me.
Yeah, you get to meet people.
Dude,
and
it's amazing.
Yeah,
because of
it's
barbering.
healthy too.
That's how